Hi, this is Sahana. In this video, we are going to understand model binding. In ASP.NET Core, model binding is the process of mapping data from incoming HTTP requests to action method parameters. This is our to-do list web API. Here we have to-do controller. This to-do controller has these action methods: get all, this get to do item by ID, this action method handles HTTP GET request, and we have one more action method. Here we have create to do item. This handles HTTP POST request, and we have one more action method, get to do item by ID. This handles HTTP GET request, and this has a parameter. Now we are going to understand model binding with the help of this web API. ASP.NET Core provides default model binders for common data types, including classes and structs. Let's start with this action method. This action method takes this parameter ID. This is of type integer. As I mentioned earlier, in case of model binding, ASP.NET Core model binder inspects an incoming HTTP request and it maps as it has some predefined rules, and as per those rules, it maps incoming data to these respective parameters. In case of this get to do item by ID method, we have this parameter in ID. I'll put a breakpoint here and I will run this web API. See, here we have three endpoints: get all, get to do item by ID, and create to do item. Let's execute this get to do item by ID. Let's try it out and let's pass 1 as value and I will execute. See, this is the data we are passing to the web API. Let's execute this. See. Control has reached here. Here you can see that value has already been mapped to this ID. We did not write any logic to do this mapping, but ASP.NET Core has something called as model binder, which has done this job for us. This value will be used by this method and it will do the processing. I'll click on continue. See? This is the response and we have fetched this and we have fetched this particular data. This is an example of how the model binder can map simple data type, because integer is simple data type. Let's understand with one more example how model binder can map complex data types. We have one more action method, create to do item. This method takes to do item DTO, which is a class. And now we can see how model binder can handle this complex data type. Here we have a breakpoint and this is our Swagger UI. Let's execute this method. Try it out. Okay. Now I'm going to pass these values as part of this request. This is HTTP. This is HTTP POST request. Let's click on execute. Look at the values. Again, we didn't write any logic to do the mapping. Model binder has done the mapping for us. Here, this ID 3 has been mapped to this ID is complete. This is a Boolean value. This is mapped to this is complete property. And title is a string and this reading has been mapped to this title. Model binders consider several facts, including parameter type and parameter name and several other things. If you want to define your own rule, then instead of relying on default model binders, you can create your custom model binders. In some other session, let's create our own custom model binder. For now, let's understand the default model binder. Model binder can retrieve data from various sources, including the request body, route data, query string parameters, form data, and more. See, in this action method, we have specified this from body attribute. Though this is optional, this is helpful to reduce the scope. Biggest advantage of model binding is it simplifies the process of working with incoming data. Though this concept looks simple, this is one of the fundamental building blocks of ASP.NET Core Web API applications, and we should have clear understanding of this concept. This is just a beginning, a lot more to learn. See you soon in the next video. Thank you.